They agreed because they had no light left to hide in. Night Orchard came back wrapped in brown paper and the smell of a place that does not love anything it cannot sell. I hung it in my mother's living room and watched the silver underdrawing in the morning, when the sun hits just right and the letters sleep. I sat on the floor and cried in that slow, heavy way that belongs to Sundays. Then I stood up and wrote a new agreement template that an artist could hand across any cafe table, simple enough that even nerds could understand it. I put it online for free. I taught a workshop at the studio about receipts that do not live only in pockets. Silas tried one last room. He rented a smaller space and called it a fresh chapter. He said he believed in conversation and returned pieces build trust. He looked at me during the new opening and tried to hold my eye like a dare. I looked back and did not feel anything. A man who has built a career on borrowed voices cannot keep his own for long. People asked me if I felt vindicated. I said I felt the quiet of knowing my name was mine again. That quiet is not a roar. It is better than a roar. It is a hum, like the halogen lamps when they are doing their job without burning anything. Naomi moved on to a story about a museum acquisition that did not smell right. Marcus wrote a small script that helps artists track where their images go online, and I posted the link wherever students gather. The curator who watched me at the opening asked me to bring Night Orchard to a real show with an actual loan agreement and a check that cleared. I said yes and chose a frame that had room for my signature to breathe. On the night of that opening, I stood behind the last row and listened to people talk about color and line and memory. I wanted them to talk about the paint and not the fight. They did. When the lamps warmed the room, the underdrawing did what it always does. It glowed a little and then settled, like a heartbeat you can feel in your wrist if you wait and stay still. That was the revenge. Not a headline. Not a fire. A room where a name sits where it should, and a wall that tells the truth when the lights come on.
Please like and follow for more exciting stories.